Oh, funky little mask there, huh? Okay.
Like that.
Coach, slide to your right a little bit.
Everybody, we're ready to get going with Coach. If anybody has a question, wants to leave us off. Mark Medina, go ahead.
Alvin, right here. As of now, are there any specific plans the team has as far as any protests before the game?
We've talked about it. We've talked about it, and we've discussed it with Utah. It hasn't been a decision made yet, but we're still talking about it. And anything that we do is going to be a unified thing. It's not going to be us, or it's not going to be Utah. If we decide to do something, it'll be both teams involved.
What's up, Coach? This is Will Guillory from The Athletic. I'll go ahead and break the Zion ice. So how much was he able to do today in practice? And have you guys laid out a plan for how you plan on using him in the first game?
You know, he practiced some. We didn't do a whole lot today because it was a little bit of an easy practice, but, you know, he participated in the practice and done some things. You know, it's going to be a game time decision. You know, we'll talk about it again tonight. We'll talk about it again tomorrow. Obviously, it all depends on how he's feeling, but it'll be something that's going to be a game time decision anyway.
Christian Clark, you said it was light practice. Was there any 5-on-5 or anything like that?
We did some things, but wasn't a lot of contact today, no. But he did participate in the practice, as I said. There was some, you know, PD work at the end, you know, where there was contact, but for the most part, we didn't do a whole lot of contact in the 5-on-5 situation.
Oh, big toe!
David, go ahead.
Alvin, David Aldridge, man, how are you?
All right, how you doing, Dave?
I'm all right. You have to kind of juggle so many different balls with Zion coming back in terms of minutes and everything. When you're still trying to make a playoff push as well. I mean, obviously you're going to play him when he's healthy. We all know that. But I mean, how do you kind of, once he is healthy, factor in minutes and how many minutes, how many per quarter you think would be a good place for him to play?
Well, that's something that I would leave up to the medical staff. You know, I mean, obviously as a coach, you want him out there as much as you possibly can have him out there. But you know, we have guys that are better equipped to make those decisions than I am from just a health standpoint and you know, and a minutes played standpoint. And so it'll be collectively something that's done by sitting down and talking about it, trying to figure it out. You know, if he does end up playing.
Christian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, Christian Clark, one more time. You know, as far as like precedent for just attention on, you know, a 19, 20-year-old rookie, you might even have to go back to LeBron. How do you just think, you know, Zion has done just dealing with kind of the circus that comes with this?
I think he's a very mature kid. You know, he's a 20-year-old kid, and I think a lot of times we forget about that, as we did with LeBron. You know, these guys are still kids. You know, he does what all the 19 and 20-year-old people do. So I think we've got to be a little bit careful about, you know, adding all this extra things on his shoulders. He's here to play. He's here to have a good time. You know, hopefully he'll be healthy enough to play, or, you know, in conditioning enough to play. But other than that, we should treat him like a 20-year-old. That's what he deserved to be treated as. But he handles it great. He's a very, very mature kid. You know, his parents have done a great job with him as far as being able to face this and do it in a real positive way. Really, I think.
Hi, Coach Guilherme from Brazil. Do you believe that we're going to see some tactical innovation between the teams on these city games, or was the time too short for any significant change?
Oh, I think everybody would be pretty much solid. You know, I mean, we approached it as it wasn't a training camp. We just said that we had a hiatus from the season and we're going to pick off where we left off. And so pick up where we left off. And I think that most of the teams are going to approach it that way. There's not a whole lot of time to make significant changes or in philosophy or anything that you would do in these situations. So I think you're going to see teams really play that they would play if the season was still continuing on.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Coach. Oh, sorry. Coach, it's
Come on, man.
Go ahead. What do you want to ask now?
well, I have a lengthy question for you, but I'll pass on it if this is happening right now.
No, I'm leaving. He's going to talk, okay? So it's been great. Love you guys. And so here, you got 6 minutes and 30 seconds with him,
man.
and that's it, okay?
6
Then
minutes.
he's done, okay?
Everybody, Mark Spears, you can lead us off.
Hey Zion, welcome back. Can you talk about what you plan to wear from a social justice standpoint? And I don't know if you could comment a little bit about your emotions when George Floyd was murdered.
What I'm gonna be wearing with social justice, that's just a wait and see thing. But my emotions, you know, that's something, you know, you hate to see that really. Like, I mean, if you're a human, it really, that's, you shouldn't see something like that. You shouldn't have to experience that. So, I mean, that was a terrible experience, horrible. But, I mean, if you're a human, you know that was just a bad thing.
And are you excited about the platform the players are going to have in terms of social justice over the next couple of months?
Yeah, I'm very excited about that platform. I'm very glad to even be a part of that. You know, everybody just showing what they believe in and fighting for what they stand for.
What's up, Zion? This is Will Guillory from The Athletic. Not to get in your personal business, but how tough was the decision to leave the bubble? And when you did come back, why did you think that was the right time?
That was just an urgent family matter. I'm not going to dive too deep into that. And that was a matter I talked over with my parents, my family, and when we felt like it was best for me to come back, I decided to come back.
Rachel, go ahead.
Ryan, I know you've been looking forward to this restart. You've been working so much over the past 4 months. So what are your emotions knowing that it's a game time decision, it's not just automatic, and what will go into that decision?
I think it's what's me and my team are gonna look for, what's best for me and my future, and being safe. But if you know me, I want to hoop. That's just how I am. I'm never gonna change. I'm gonna want to hoop, and as simple as that.
So what's going to go into making the decision tomorrow night? Is there a particular part of how you feel that you're paying closer attention to?
No, not at all. I mean, I was gone for 7 to 8 days with urgent family matters. And then I had to sit in a room for 4 days. So, you know, the NBA isn't something, you know, you can usually just jump straight into, especially off of stuff like that. So I think, like I said, me and my team are going to look to see what's best and if I'm ready to go out there.
Hey, Zion, it's Andrew from ESPN. When you were away those 7 to 8 days, what were you able to do? And then what were you able to do in your room those 4 days during that quarantine period in order to get ready?
I was able to do in the room for 4 days. I was able to do some body workouts, you know, just to keep my muscles going. But while I was away, you know, it's tough to do stuff. You know, I was dealing with a family emergency, so you know, it's God first and family. So basketball wasn't really there. I was dealing with something serious.
Christian, go ahead.
Hey Zion, Christian Clark and all that. It seemed like, you know, when the season was suspended in March, and then, you know, when you guys were able to come back, you really took advantage of that time to work with your stepfather. Just, you know, at the end of that period when you guys did come back, I mean, just how are you feeling physically compared to where you were, you know, maybe in March? I'm
feeling a lot better physically. You know, I was coming off an injury back in March and stuff, trying to get myself going. So those couple months off really helped, and I feel like I'm in a great spot physically.
Hey Zion, David Aldridge, man. Just kind of keeping along those lines. what do you think you're capable of from a minute standpoint if you got the green light tomorrow?
I could play the whole game. I'm just a hooper. Like, I don't know nobody that's gonna say no, I can only play 10, 15 minutes. Nah, I'll play the whole game if I have to. I'm just a hooper.
Hey, I just want to follow up with that. Like, you know your body better than anybody else. How do you feel? Like, you said, yeah, I can play the whole game. That's the hooper in you. But how did your body feel?
My body feels fine. Like,
after the time off, after the 8 days, whatever.
yeah, even with the time off, my body still feels fine. But when you get out there, it's 5-on-5, and you're going against NBA players. So there's a lot of stuff that we're gonna have to look into.
All right, great. Thanks a lot, Zion. I appreciate it.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you, Zion. We'll have Fave up next, guys. But yeah.
What's up, man? They bad here. I walked in front of that camera.
Mark Spears, you can lead us off, please.
What's up, Faye?
What up? How you doing, man?
Good. Wanted to see from a social justice standpoint, how is important is this time for you, and what are you most looking forward to seeing on the court tomorrow? Whether it's the jerseys, what's on the court, the stance, what is most intriguing to you?
It's an important moment for everybody, really, and I think we all are appreciative of the things that the NBA is providing the players to do, and I'm just most excited about just getting the message out. Just having everybody who's tuning in, watching, just to see that it's a change that needs to be made. And I'm just excited that the message is being able to get out, and the NBA is allowing the players to kind of express themselves that way.
Hey, Faye, this is Christian Clark with all.com. You were pretty open that coming back and dealing with personal stuff and immediately playing in the winter and the spring, it was not easy for you. What would you just generally say to people that might be having to come back and play ball while they're dealing with family stuff, given that every situation is different?
Obviously family is more important. It's always tough when you have things that go on in your personal life or family life, and you want to be there for your family, but sometimes you still got a job to do too. So you just got to find that middle point in everything, and sometimes you just got to put your family first. And there's something draft that happens in your personal life or with your family. Everybody understands that, and everybody understands that you got to go away and handle your business with your family. But when the opportunity comes to come back and then play basketball, we all welcome each other back with open arms, and we just try to support each other. And sometimes you just got to remember that you know, this is just a game. You know, you still got life outside of this game. So, you know, it's important to take care of your personal business and take care of your family first and foremost. And you know, sometimes you just got to put basketball second.
Hey, David Aldridge, man, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Hey, just kind of generally, where do you think you guys are right now after the 3 exhibition games and going into these seeding games? Where do you think the team is right now?
I think we're in a good place. We had some good couple of practices. Guys are in a good place mentally, physically. I think during the games, you know, we went out there and you know, we kind of picked up where we left off when the season ended. Just going out there playing hard, playing as a team. Guys are going out finding their rhythm. And I also think even before training camp started, a lot of guys came back in shape. A lot of guys came back ready to play, was hungry, ready to prove themselves. And I think we can come out here and surprise a lot of people. As long as we, you know, stay together as a team, continue to play hard, and just stick to the one goal, and that's to make the playoffs.
Do you have any more questions for Faye? All right, Will Guillory, go ahead.
So Faye, this is Will Guillory from The Athletic. I know you guys haven't done much the past few days, but just what have you seen from Zion in the practices, and what do you think people should expect from him once he finally gets out there?
I mean, when he came back, you know, he's been just being around the guys and just being around the team, just seeing him around is good enough for us right now. I mean, obviously he's going to have to, you know, work his way back into game shape and find his rhythm. And just can't throw him out in the fire right away and expect, you know, great things out of him right away. So it's probably going to take some time. Hopefully not too long, but it'll probably take probably a week or so for him to get his legs back under him and to kick some of the rust off and, you know, just get back in game shape. So he's been working out a lot since he's been back. He's been getting up shots, man, doing a lot of cardio stuff. So, you know, hopefully, I mean, I don't know when, but you know, hopefully when he get back on the court, or whenever he gets back on the court, you know, he can be his regular dominant self again.
Malika, go ahead.
This is Malika Andrews. Just curious, now that the results are coming back every 9 days or so, and now 2 times in a row there's been 0 positive tests in the bubble. Is that something you guys are looking forward to getting? Is it just something you expect at this point that it's going to be 0 and it's just reaffirming? How do you view that?
Oh man, honestly, you know, I think that's a good thing that there's 0 positive tests. I think I know guys are taking it very seriously and trying to keep it that way. And now I think everybody who's in the bubble is pretty happy and excited about that news. Definitely don't want any negative tests. Definitely want to keep everything. Definitely don't want any positive tests. Definitely want to keep everything negative, and just try to stay safe as possible, and just, you know, keep the spread down and just try to finish the season. So, you know, hopefully it continues that way.
Hey, Derrick, Rod Walker with the Times-Picayune. Just how special is it that you all, I mean, I know you're glad that you're starting the season back, but how special is it just to be that first game and, you know, you're the one that everybody's going to have your eyes on tomorrow?
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure, man. I think everybody's in here is excited about it, just ready to get the season back started, but also having that first game and everybody's going to be watching, so I think everybody's excited about it, a little anxious, just ready to get it going. We playing a good team in Utah, and I know they're going to be ready. So, you know, we just got to come out there and be ready to play and just try to get that win. I know for sure, you know, the energy around the gym, everybody excited about it.
Great. Thanks a lot, Dave. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Thank y'all.